Planning a trip to Melbourne with your family? Then you need to do little homework before you start packing your bags. Read on to know the top 10 things to do in Melbourne with kids, so that you don't miss out on any fun. The verve and vigor of Melbourne is an addictive one. The throbbing charm of this city resonates a rapture which is hard to resist. Known as the cultural capital of the state of Victoria, Melbourne offers you a plethora of activities while you are on a vacation. From sightseeing to actually being a part of its the majestic Melbourne is something for every enthusiast. With bustling markets, breathtaking architecture, acres of sprawling green gardens and world-class sports facilities, you would be spoiled for choice. So, take a look at top 10 things to do in Melbourne with kids to form some of the best memories ever. 10 fun things to do in Melbourne for kids. If you thought only God can be on top of the world, you've got to visit the Eureka Tower in Melbourne to experience awe and wonder at its height. The observation deck on the 88th floor gives the viewer a vantage point to see miles on end. Interestingly, the viewfinders on the tower will give you a glimpse of the entire city in one shot. The Royal Botanical Garden in Melbourne is internationally famous for its 38 hectares of beautifully landscaped space. It is a host to 10,000 species of plants, some of which are native and some have been acquired from distant lands. One of the best in Australia and finest in the world, a trip to the Royal Botanical Garden is a must to show your kind's nature's bounty. St Kilda is one of the best places of Melbourne, which is famous for its beach, park and hotels. Its interesting history is better understood with a visit. If you are at St Kilda, a visit to the Luna Park is mandatory. This is one of the oldest amusement parks in the world, which operates in the most safest conditions even today. With a list of rides, a trip to this amusement park will surely leave you wanting for more. Melbourne is a place to be, if you are a sports enthusiast. It is not only a host to some of the world's major sports events, but also boasts world-class sport facilities. Cricket ground, MCG, the tennis courts and the racing tracks are a must-see, if you love the adrenaline rush. If you live in a metro, the experience of a slow-moving ferry, while you enjoy an ice cream would be a rare one. So, make the most of the Williamstown has to offer you by its sleepy seaside. A gourmet knows the pleasure a good meal brings. So, if you are a connoisseur of fine concoctions, try the food and wine lovers at Yarra Valley. Take your children on a real tram ride at Docklands. It is the best way to get a tour into the heart of the city to see its stunning architecture, quaint restaurants, cafes and bars. The one place you cannot miss while at Melbourne is its aquarium. With over 1,000 sea creatures in the aquarium actually allows you to swim with these underwater creatures. The oval parks, playgrounds, the railways, crossings and tunnels make Eltham Lower Park the hot favorite for amongst 5-year-olds. Meet the storybook character in real life with your kids at the Dymax bookstore in Collins Street. The bookstore organizes events for children on Sundays where fiction becomes reality. So those are top 10 things to do in Melbourne with kids. All in all, the city of Melbourne has a wide range of activities to offer. So, indulge yourself in a fun-filled vacation with your family and capture those memories to reminisce them in the years